Hi there, it's Jodi. It is Thursday, and you know what that means. I get to come on and just share with you what I've been stamping this week. And this is something fun I have for you today. So there's so many things that I love about this card. First of all, it was given to me by sweet friend Julie Salva, so I love it just for that reason alone. But I also love all of the details on it. So you can see there's some gorgeous colors. Details in the dies, scalloped, stitched. You've got a little rhinestone gem there. You've got some ribbon. It's got this belly band, okay? So you might have seen this before where you put a little band around a card that slides on and off. So I slide it off to actually open the card. And this is just like a loop of cardstock, or in this case, designer paper. And then this piece you attach just to the belly band. That's the trick, because if you were to slide the belly band on and then attach this to the actual card, it's not going to go anywhere. So when you use a belly band, just make sure the different elements of the card are attached to that piece only. So that's just a little bonus. That's not even the focus of what I want to show you today. I want to show you what's inside. So we'll set the belly band part aside, and you might anticipate that this is just going to open up. Right? Very logical. So it does open up, but look what we've got here. We've got this secret little surprise pocket. And I just thought that was such a fun element on this card. So we open it up, and then not only is it a great use of designer paper, who else out there cannot stand to stick down designer paper where you cover up the other gorgeous side? So this is a great way to see and use and really utilize both sides of your designer paper. So I want to take some time today, just a few minutes, and show you how to create this piece, this inside with the little surprise pocket. Okay, so I'm using a different designer paper. This is, I think it's called Flowering Tulips, maybe. It's in our mini catalog. It's absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous colors. I love tulips, that sign of spring that I'm so ready for. So this starts as 12 by 12. I'm actually going to flip it over and start with this side face up because I want my tulips to be more of a focal point. So this starts 12 by 12. And what I'm going to do first of all is take this layer on here, because our card base is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This layer, like as it's closed, is 4 by 5 1/4. So what I want to do is take my paper. Let me make sure I'm thinking of this correctly. I'm going to put it this way so that my tulips face there. And I'm going to think, okay, 5 1/4 plus 5 1/4 is 10 1/2. And this is a 12-inch piece. So I'm going to cut off 1 1/2 inches. Okay, if that was a lot of math for you, I apologize. So I cut off 1 1/2 inches. Now my piece is 10 1/2. I'm going to slide it over. Let me pull this down so you can see it on my paper trimmer. If you don't already have a paper trimmer, definitely worth the investment. I'm going to slide it over to 5 1/4. This time, instead of using my scoring blade, I'm going to slide it all the way up to the top, and I'm going to gently use, I slid up my cutting blade so that I could gently use my scoring blade. Okay, so you can see that scored line, I think, right there. Okay, so that is cutting it at, scoring it at 5 1/4. So now I'm going to, first of all, just cut off 4 inches. I don't need that part. Then I'm going to do another 4 inches. However, this time I'm going to take my cutting blade and I'm going to cut only down to that 5 1/4 mark. Now I'm looking right here on my trimmer to see where 5 1/4 is. I can also line it up with that scored line just to make sure I'm stopping at the right point. Okay, so now I've got it cut, just that little piece. I'm going to twist my designer paper, line it up down here at 5 1/4. I've got that scored line again to guide me, and I'm going to cut only down to 4 inches. What I want is this piece to come off. Okay, so let me go ahead and move my trimmer so that you can see the designer paper. So this is what I have. As a reminder, this is what we're going for here. A piece that opens up and then this little special surprise pocket, okay? So if I go like this, oh, I did it backwards. I'm gonna have upside down tulips, but that's okay. It's more about teaching you the idea, right? Trial and error. And then I want to fold in this way. Now you could score that again or just line it up at the corners here. Either way, I'm using my bone folder to get a good crisp fold. That's funny. So this part looks lovely, lovely tulips. This part, however, upside down, but that's okay. That's okay. Like I said, you're learning the technique here. So what the fun part is here is I'm going to take this corner. This is the flap that folds in. I'm going to take this corner and gently bring it all the way down to meet up right here. And then take my bone folder to give it a nice crisp fold. So of course I would want to use my strong adhesive like tear and tape or the Stampin' Seal Plus to attach just at the bottom there. I'll also use adhesive to attach this here. But I think you can see how this would work. So you could put a cardstock like this Night of Navy on the back. I'm just gonna flip it like this for the sake of illustration. So of course we would have a coordinating belly band. Slide that off, and then this flaps up. This is all attached, and we have our fun little surprise pocket on the inside. You could put a piece of cardstock with your greeting in there. You could put a little chocolate, some tea, whatever little gift might fit in there. But it's just a fun, different way to have a little surprise on the inside of the card, and also a great way to use designer paper. Check your patterns so that you don't have upside down flowers. But other than that, it's a really easy technique and a great way to use designer paper. So give it a try. I would love to see what you create. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.